I always feel like an 80s star. I'm just like, I wish I had hair so I could be like. Okay. Hi. What is up? I am Danny of RX Fit, executive trainer, guy who hangs out and works out on occasion. We are a personal training firm, but you are here to hear about, the fitness tips we have for you, right? How we break things down in programming and show you exactly what we know as personal trainers and how it can benefit you in your day-to-day life, right? You don't need to hire a personal trainer. Get a lot of information right here. So, today, cardio versus strength training. Very common question. We get it all the time. And we'll start with cardio, as you can tell. I'm already here, ready for you. So cardio, one of the greatest benefits of cardio is that you immediately burn calories as you're doing it, right? You're already consuming a lot of energy at a very high rate, and that's awesome. Other benefits, my heart right now, boop, 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 it's going up, right? So I'm strengthening my heart in endurance, in a form of endurance, so I can get a higher max heart rate, and it will train and learn how to drop very quickly, which is a sign of a healthy heart. Now, how fast you can get it up, how high you can get it, and how fast you can get it to drop. Right? But let's say you're not here for the science of your health. Let's say you're here for like, I want to look hot and sexy for the summer, my bikini. Well, this will help you get there for sure. Like I said, help you burn a lot of calories, right? And it's easy thing to do. It's just repetition. I'm doing it right now. I'm getting ready for my bikini right now while I'm talking to you. That's awesome. Do not visualize that, please. It's not a pretty sight. Alex just threw up a little bit in his mouth. Sorry. So, cardio. Why do people do it? It's not hard. It's not hard. And it can be addicting. Because if you've known anything, you always see people talk about their endorphin rush, right? Endorphins, surprise, surprise, is actually an addictive compound. So when you go out and you go for that runner's high, you feel great and you're like, oh my God, it's like, I want to do this again. It's like, yeah, you're basically messed out. You're like, I need another fix. That's a kind of a good thing when it's something healthy like this. Endorphins also is a painkiller, a natural painkiller to the body. So this is when people say they have a tough day or they have a lot of anxiety and they're feeling horrible. Cardio helps them get past that because they just inject themselves the painkiller. Strength training. Why is that beneficial? Now, if you pay attention, the difference between what I just did, exertion-wise, and here, did you see that? Arteries pop out in that moment? You see how I have to lift this properly, otherwise I might break myself? Every single muscle had to swell with blood. Over there, only the muscles that I needed to use for that exercise specifically needed to swell, and they didn't have to swell that much. I didn't need that much volume of blood to complete a cardio exercise. But for strength training, you have to swell a lot more because you're putting your muscles under a lot more force, right? What are the benefits of that? Benefits, you're going to produce a lot more testosterone. Testosterone and human growth hormone go through the body in order to recover from tearing muscle tissue. I am technically putting my body under so much force that I am tearing muscle tissue. And it's the recovery through those hormones, like I said, and nutrition and eating and sleeping and hydrating and blah, 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 blah. But the strength training, that I will build more of those hormones and then, get that physique that I want to look like. So that's what I'm doing. Swell the muscle. Think about that. I like to think about the swelling process because that makes me think like, okay, what muscle do I want to swell and get more aesthetic, right? To look good. Like cardio, you are burning calories, but not burning as much right now. So if I did, let's say like 10 minutes on the bike there as hard as I could, 10 minutes here doing my kettlebell squats, right? I will burn more over there, right? For now. There is something that is termed the afterburn effect in strength training. And it is the amount of energy, calories essentially, energy you burn throughout a couple of days post strength training. You notice that when you go for a run, if you do go for runs or do rowing or anything cardio based, you're not really sore. You might be like, oh, I'm a little tired or I'm a little stiff, but you're not really sore. And you do strength training one time, like, why do my legs hurt for 3 weeks? Maybe not 3 weeks, but a few days. That's the difference. You tore the muscle tissue, it has to repair, and the entire time that healing process, it is burning energy. It's like, oh man, it's gonna take 3 days, and that is 3 days of burning calories. That's why strength training has become so popular these days. Like it has this effect of like, I'll work out for 45 minutes and I don't have to work out for another 2 to 3 days and it's still consuming energy, right? But most importantly, for every pound of muscle that you build, you can burn an extra 50 calories a day just to maintain the existence of that muscle, right? So if I build 10 pounds of muscle, let's say over the next 6 months or something, let's call it a year, right? Make it easy on me. For the next year, I've been 10 pounds of muscle. That means every day I'm gonna burn an extra 500 calories just for that muscle to exist. That is a Ben & Jerry's almost. I can consume a Ben & Jerry's 1 year from today and it will not affect me from calories. There's dairy and other stuff, but from calories, it will not affect me. You know, I'll get like dairy farts or something, like that's not great. Nobody wants that. But strength training, burn more calories, you develop proper hormones, you put your body under a lot more pain and tension, and recovering from that will make you psychologically stronger, okay? So when do you do cardio versus strength training? As a trainer, the canonical advice is we give 2 to 3 days of strength training, right? And that can be anything from like, you think of your 3 mechanics when you think about strength training. Always think about your RDLs, right? Your money and deadlifts. Think about your squats, think about your presses, right? And trying to make sure you balance your 3 days, kind of like that, right? So separate them out. That is just general healthy advice if you want to make some aesthetic changes, but have a long quality of life. Of course, we want to look amazing, incredible, you want to be shredded. You know, you might want to up that to like 5 to 6 days a week, like a bodybuilder would. But 2 to 3 days is the canonical advice. And then for cardio, you want to balance it out with another 2 days. The benefits here, I really love the balance effect of the cardio strength training, because strength training does so much damage to the body that you really don't want to push yourself that hard unless you sleep a lot. If you can afford to sleep 8-9 hours a night and eat a lot of healthy food every single day, you can't pull off recovery fast enough to maintain that much strength training. But with cardio, you don't have to focus on that much recovery. So you have these every other day strength training workouts, and then in between you mix cardio, because you're not put that much force in your body, but it will help you break up that tissue from the tightness you get from strength training, and you're still burning calories, right? So the perfect routine, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do your RDL, your squat, and your press days. Other days, do some cardio, burn the calories off, feel amazing, and don't forget, track your BMR first. Go to bmrcalculator.net. Alex will fix that for me, I think. He's like, he doesn't even know what he's looking for. And put age, weight, height, all that stuff. And it's general activity level. It'll tell you exactly how many calories you're supposed to have a day to sustain your current size. And if you need to lose body fat percentage, grab your BMR and then reduce it by 20%, and that's gonna be your calories a day. If you're trying to gain muscle mass, or gain size, you wanna grab your BMR, increase it by 20%. And then that's kind of the range you'll stay at, okay? Do not cut your calories in half or do anything crazy like that. It does not work, I promise. It won't work. All right, anyways, I've been Danny. I appreciate you being around. This is like our, I don't know how many videos we've done, Alex, you and I together, but this has been going great. I absolutely love it. We're getting a lot of views recently, so appreciate that. But most importantly, if you want to see the full breakdown of this information I just had here, go to the blog. It'll be the link below in the description. Go there. It's well written out blog. I like to think so anyways. Consume that content. And if you want more of this information, of course, go ahead and just like follow us along. We do already have dysfunction versus injury. If you've already personally started the strength training program, please go to our previous video from last week, dysfunction versus injury, and see how you can prevent that from being a problem for you specifically, okay? Thank you. I am Danny. That is Alex. This is Attire. It was a co-star today. Appreciate you, and see you next week.